Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fleet Brothers channel. And in this video, we have some breaking news because Turo has officially revoked access from both CarSync, Fleetwire, and some other platforms, I believe, from accessing their data, which will probably affect their businesses. So with me today, I actually have the owner of Fleetwire to kind of talk about this, break down the situation, and I guess to kind of start things off, when did you find out about this news and how will this affect your platform?
So I found out with everyone else yesterday morning. A lot of my clients got an email about the shutdown from their Turo advisors or host success manager.
For CarSync and Fleetwire, what kind of access were they given from Turo?
Yeah, so basically they whitelisted our IPs to be able to log into their, they have an unofficial API that they allowed us and CarSync to use. And that's what we think that they'll be shutting off, just that ability to log in and exchange tokens to be able to communicate.
For sure. And what kind of specific aspects of Fleetwire will this affect?
The Turo features is just a sub feature of Fleetwire, so it won't have too big of an effect. But we do have a lot of customers that use Turo to sync the calendars. It's probably the biggest one for us. Basically, if a direct rental comes in, it'll block off availability for that listing on Turo and vice versa. We also have automations, message automations, automatic accepting of trip changes and things like that.
What % of people use Fleetwire just for their Turo account?
Turo only account is pretty rare. I think it's like 5% of all of our customers, but a hybrid model is maybe 25% of our customers.
And have you seen some customers leave because of this or contact you with concerns? And like, what kind of concerns did they have?
Nobody's left. I did get a lot of messages about what our plans are, what can we do or what we have in the works. And basically what I'm telling them is, I'm trying to work it out with Turo. I've contacted a few people from engineering to see like what exactly is going to be cut off. If we have any capabilities, or at the very least, if we can get some data to be able to block off the vehicles, we don't really need private data, renters data or anything.
In terms of motives for Turo to make this decision, what do you think that is? Do you think they're maybe making their own type of competing platform with CarSync or Fleetwire? They want to make their own thing for hosts? What's kind of your thought process? Because that's the first thing that came to mind for me.
Yeah, I think they've been working on automation messages. I've heard it's not very good. From a lot of our customers, they don't have variables and conditions and things like that. I think they have some other features that they announced that's coming out in the next month. I don't know if they're trying to build anything like what Fleetwire has. And what triggered it, maybe they say it's a security risk, but they have access to the data. They can turn it off, or they can just give us what they think wouldn't be a security risk, like just the trip data, just the start and end times, and maybe the renter's first name and not anything else. So they can limit that.
At least from what I kind of understand from your guys' two business models, I feel like CarSync would probably be more affected than Fleetwire, because I feel like the main appeal of Fleetwire as opposed to going with CarSync is Fleetwire actually allows you to do private rentals. So like you could build your own like little website, have your cars listed on there. Whereas CarSync seems as more of an extension for Turo hosts, at least from what I've used it for.
Yeah, I think exactly that. Yeah, for their company, I think it's kind of the end of them, unless they somehow pivot a certain way.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think CarSync is going to basically be over from this issue?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they're for Turo. So, well, the big appeal for CarSync, I think, was doing the automation for tolls, for Tesla invoicing. Yeah, the automations for messaging, requests, like change requests, things like that. So if you don't have access to the API and be able to make those commands to Turo, then I don't think it's not going to be useful to anyone.
And I guess also, have you ever spoken to like the owner of CarSync? Are you aware of him at all?
Yeah, we actually chat. Yes. We had a little chat yesterday.
What did he say about this entire situation?
He said he knew a day before it was announced, so he probably talked to somebody. He didn't have much to say about it. He was just saying,
he was pretty disappointed.
Yeah, he's probably a little upset.
For sure. I'm assuming like you've had a little bit of like questions from customers. I'm assuming for them it's probably like 10 times that amount. Just like because like for you said 25% of your like audience base uses Turo, and that's in conjunction with private rentals. Whereas CarSync, it's like probably mostly Turo hosts, if not all. Overall, do you think like from Turo's perspective that that this was a smart business move? Like, do you think it would be smart if they would make their own like similar platform to CarSync, or do you think it's just a bad idea in general?
I think it's a bad idea just for Turo automations. We have some customers that have hundreds of messages going out every day because they have 70, 80, 100, 200 cars, and it's hard to keep up with. And Turo's automation features just doesn't match what us and CarSync had. There's probably gonna be a lot of double bookings just because,
like, especially with us having 50 cars, we need automation tools to like, be able to manage all of that. Because like it's one thing if you have 3 cars, like you can kind of keep up with everything, but once you are trying to scale and make things quicker, like if we didn't have automated messages, we'd be literally having to tell guests like the pickup information for every single one. We'd have to like copy and paste, and like from what I've heard, at least from Aaron, he says he hates using Turo automated messages. I feel kind of bad for what Aaron's gonna have to go through with all of that. Are you aware of like other platforms similar to Turo, like Hire Car or like Get Around, or give you access to that information?
Yeah, they do, and I think that pushes us more to incorporate them and make their features stronger on Fleetwire.
That was Chad, the CEO of Fleetwire. Comment down below your thoughts on this entire situation with Turo restricting access to CarSync and Fleetwire. I really want to hear it. And if you guys enjoyed this one, drop a like and also subscribe to the Fleet Brothers channel for more Turo content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.